The member for Goroka, Tambua, questioned the Minister for State Enterprises whether the government has a legislation in place to protect the rights of PNG nationals working in multi-million corporations.
Plenty of position block all national staff block you me. All Islam management block BSP rename him. And they are suppressing our staff. Work where all nationals block you can work in. They are now importing staff from smaller countries, from other countries to come and do the jobs that we can do in this country. And we have been marginalized in our own country by our own bank, by our own board of directors. If you look at the management system of BSP Bank, we only have less than 10% on the top management of this country. All the time, all expatriates from outside countries.
Setting the record straight, Minister for State Enterprises William Duma said BSP is not 100% owned by Papua New Guinea shareholders.
The banking laws do not allow one single shareholder to own more than 20% of a bank because the banks normally deal with other people's money. So, and these are rules set up by the Bank of PNG, and these are banking laws you find in many other countries of the world. So PNG is not an exception, and banking is an international business. And when the Morata government decided to merge the two banks, the former PNG Banking Corporation and the smaller BSP, the laws required our government to sell down, and that was why KCH was nominated as the shareholder, and eventually it ended up owning only 20% as is required by the law. And if you look at the share register of BSP, the top 6 shareholders are our Papua New Guinean institutions. The rest are international investors as well. So we do not own BSP 100%. It's a bank owned by many investors, both domestic and international as well.
Minister Duma said BSP operates internationally, therefore Papua New Guineans must meet the requirements.
The fact that it is headquartered in Papua New Guinea and the majority is owned by our national institution does not necessarily mean that this bank will lower its standards. So the issue of our Papua New Guineans being targeted and being demoted and the decreasing number of our Papua New Guineans in the national position has been raised. I myself, Mr. Assistant Speaker, raised it informally with the chairman of the bank, and he told me that that was an issue they were looking at, and I'm happy with our member for Goroka for raising the very important question, because as we all know, if the bank is headquartered in our country and it was once owned majority by our people, then of course we are naturally concerned, and that's an important issue. In terms of who gets in, who remains employed, that is a labor law matter, and in the absence of a policy from this government requiring our banks to employ or keep our people employed to a certain level, then that is a matter that can be dealt with by our labor laws. But as it is, our labor laws do not require banks or any other business to employ our people in certain, these are business matters.
However, the minister said he will write to the chairman of BSP and present the response to the parliament. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.